Hi everyone, this is Sharon Sanana Kumar and I'm here with Tracy Gorman and we're going to be talking about orb photography and paranormal type of photography, and Tracy is my sister, so this is really special, and we actually have a project together, a business together, I guess you could say, called the Orb Sisters. And welcome, Tracy.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Good, yeah. So we're going to be showing lots of awesome photos. Tracy's going to show us some photos that she's taken. And Tracy, can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in orb photography and a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I have a background in graphic design. So I was a graphic designer for about 15 years. And then I started having a family and decided to stay home. So I quit that career. So I stayed home for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. My kids are grown now. They're in their 20s. And was looking for a hobby, I guess. And my sister invited me to a ghost retreat. Yes, Sharon invited
This
me to
sister, yeah.
that sister to a ghost retreat. And I said, okay, I'll go. That sounds kind of fun. And I happened to get some paranormal photos at that retreat that intrigued me. And I don't know what they were. I can only call them energies or bright beings, but they just kind of showed up out of nowhere. And a couple years went by, but I did also notice that I had was capturing orbs in my Christmas photo, my Christmas card photo with the family, and that intrigued me even more. So I decided to get I think I had an old cheap digital camera and decided to go out at night and start taking pictures and see what I could get. And at first I would just get a few here and there. And then the more photo sessions I had, the more orbs would show up. And so I was going out in the yard almost every night. And this was about 3 years ago when I did that. And for about a year, I didn't take any photos in the rain because I didn't want to confuse a raindrop with an orb. And one night I just decided, oh, what the heck, I'm going to try and see what I'll get in the rain. And when I did that, I was blown away by the energy in the atmosphere. And I was getting more orbs and even different types of energies in the rain. So I started taking more pictures in the rain and started getting more and more energies and more color. And it just kind of, expanded from there.
Right. Yeah, you get amazing photos, and
Thank you.
yeah, amazing. So I wonder if you don't mind
Mm-hmm.
sharing how you got those first photos. You think in we were at CVAC in a ghost retreat, and where a bunch of us hung out together and did paranormal stuff, and we were taking pictures one night, right? And just trying to get orbs. But do you mind telling us what you think made you maybe open up to those energies?
Okay. Well, my sister, Sharon, had I guess you would call it a pot infused cookie.
Edible
And
cookie.
okay, edible
Yeah.
cookie that someone had given to her for her birthday as a gift. And she said, hey, you want to split this? And I, wasn't really into that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, I don't know, maybe, okay. And so I did. And I would have to say that it was not an enjoyable experience, that I would not do it again because I had to lay down for about 2 hours after that. But once I started to feel more normal, I got up, and then that's when we went outside and started taking pictures. And maybe I was more open to the other realms at that time, who knows? And that's when I got the pictures. And then, but the next day, we also went to an inn there on the property, and we went upstairs and we were walking around taking pictures. And my sister said, "Here, take a picture um, down the stairs." We were upstairs, and she said, "Here, take a picture in the stairwell." So I did. And we saw in the camera display two balls of light coming up the stairs, moving up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I captured those balls of light. I can show the photos later, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then the energies that I got outside the day before, I could actually see them moving in my phone display. Or yeah, that was my phone. In my phone display, moving in a ribbon-like pattern in the display. I couldn't see them with the naked eye, but I could see them in the phone. And I
Mm-hmm.
could feel this feeling of unconditional love. It was something I can't really explain, but it was just this feeling that you get, like when you're in love. And that's what I felt when I took those pictures, and I got two shots off of them.
Nice. Yeah, I remember seeing those balls of light bouncing up the stairs in your
Yes.
phone. That was amazing. They were just bouncing along with us. Then we went down to the lobby and I went to take a picture of you, and they came in. I saw them on the screen, and they came in the back of your head and went around and then went back out. And I couldn't get them in the shot fast enough, but yeah, that was amazing.
Right.
Yeah, that was. I will say that cookie was. We didn't know how to. We shouldn't have split the whole thing at the
No.
time. This is when marijuana started becoming legal, and I didn't know. Hey, we
We had no
probably
idea.
should have done just a little bit. Luckily,
Right.
I wasn't as overwhelmed with it as you were, but I was still, whoo, yeah. So, yeah, that was quite the experience. So ever since then, you've been getting some really cool stuff. And I will say, and I have to share how I got started, and Tracy and I started together. Getting really kind of obsessed with this photography is for I don't know, maybe 20 years I've been taking pictures and getting orbs, orbs in the photos. And I'd talk about it and say, oh, that's really cool. But then when Tracy started getting these amazing energies in her photos, and I'd never gotten anything like that, and I'm like, how come she's been doing it for a year or a few months, and she's getting these amazing energies, and I just get these little orbs, and I've been doing it for 20 years. So one year in Montana, I guess it was 3 years ago now, I asked, we were visiting Montana, it was on Christmas, and my boyfriend and I asked for plasma clouds, what we call plasma clouds, the spirit mist energies that are really amazing. I never even heard of them until Tracy started doing her research on it, and as she was getting more and more amazing photos, she learned more and more. Would you agree about all the different types of energies that you were getting?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So as soon as I asked, my point is, as soon as I asked for them, they show up. And I got some amazing plasma clouds that night, and actually the whole time I was there, so I'm not at night at that time, and I'm like, I have gotten them in the day too, but now, but it was just like, oh, so I realized, and I guess we realized that all we have to do is ask, and they provide.
Yeah. Believing
Right?
is seeing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
just ask, and we found doing this together that they provide sooner or later what we ask for.
Right. And the same thing happened to me when I first asked for a plasma cloud. When I learned about them online, I asked for one, and within a few shots, I received my very first one.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's when it was a turning point for me, because I realized this is something that has a consciousness, that it's
Mm-hmm.
not just, a light air or, whatever. It just, it's
Yeah.
consciousness.
Or fog on the lens or something like that.
Right.
And I mean, there's so much that we get, and I think it's unique that we take photos in the rain, because a lot of people don't do that. And so, I remember thinking, gosh, I don't know, that's kind of weird, because a lot of orb photographers say not to take pictures in the rain because you don't
Right.
want to confuse it. And the more you do it, the more I feel, and I'm sure you'd agree, Tracy, the more you do it, the more you can tell the difference
Oh, definitely.
between, a raindrop and an actual energy. And also you feel it. I mean, we were like, if everyone was outside in the rain, went outside in the rain and started taking photos and communicating with energy that way, nobody'd be sick.
Yeah.
Right? Because it just fills you up with light, and the more, it's just really, really joyful. And when we get these amazing energies, it really shows me how connected we are to everything. So,
Hmm.
and also I learn, I'm sure you do too, because when we're analyzing our photos, we learn so much from them.
Right. And there's more ionization in the air too. I mean, scientifically, when
I
it's
was just going to
raining,
ask you that.
there's
Yeah.
more ionization, and
Hmm.
it does feel more energized.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yes. So, do you want to share, and just so everyone knows, we're going to share some photos. So, totally. So, can you want to share what cameras you use now? What kind of cameras you use now?
Yeah, my favorite is a Nikon Coolpix S100, and I have 3 of those. And I've purchased all of those on eBay for about $40. And then I also use a Sony CyberShot W55, and that one seems to capture the colors of the plasma clouds better than my Nikon. And then I also have a Canon H100, and that one, the orbs look very different in that one as they do with the Sony and the Nikon. So each camera interprets the orbs differently, which
Mm-hmm.
I think is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Totally.
some cameras pick up colors better than others and certain energies. So I like to experiment with different ones.
Yeah. So, so these are older cameras, right? So,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
you can't buy a new model in these cameras. No, they're old.
yeah. Yeah, so they don't, and as you found out, they don't have the filters on them that the newer cameras have to filter out the orbs and things like that show up,
Right.
right?
They
Okay.
have because orbs exist in the infrared spectrum, the
Mm-hmm.
new cameras have infrared filters on them.
Okay.
They can block out, anything like that. So yeah, and you can take an infrared filter off a camera, but the newer, higher model cameras are not the best for orb photography.
Yeah, yeah. So explain a little bit to us about let's share about the different light spectrums and why we don't normally see orbs with our naked eye, and why the camera can pick that up.
Well, mainly because they exist in the infrared, we can't see them. Now, I know some people can change their vibration somehow and they're able to see them,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't been able to do that. Um, you know, the human eyes can only see a certain number of colors, and there's an infinite amount of colors out there
Mm-hmm.
we can't see. So orbs, exist in that different realm that we can't see.
Yeah, 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 totally. I know when I'm, during a session or something like that, I might see some orbs or
Hmm.
sparkles or something like that, because my frequency is raised up and is higher, so I'm able to see things that way. But as far as an orb, flying around, because they're always around us, right? I
Right.
mean, spirit's always around us, and this is, I feel that maybe how they travel. So what do you think? What's your opinion? Whoops. What is your opinion on what orbs might be?
Well, they could be a number of things. I mean, nobody really knows what they are, but there's a lot of theories out there. They
Mm-hmm.
could be our lost loved ones, our souls, what
Mm-hmm.
makes us who we are, basically our essence of who we are. They could be extraterrestrials, possibly. I know we've seen extraterrestrial faces in
Yeah.
orbs.
Yeah.
Um, they could be just energy. I just think of them as energy that could encompass anything, really.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
different colors. Some people think that the colors have something to do with emotions, but I see the colors as maybe the realm that they inhabit, or the manifestation that they're in at that point.
Mm-hmm.
They could
Mm-hmm.
also connect to the chakras too,
Yeah.
as far as the colors, where you are at that point, because we have such a connection to them. Maybe
Right.
you're going to get more, pink orbs because you're living in your heart at that moment or something. Who knows?
Yeah. That makes sense. Because I found it is a co-creation,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
So,
Yep.
so if people want to take orb photos, then remember that it's a co-creation, and whatever frequency you're at, and if you're open, and your heart is open, and your mind is open, you'll more than likely get a lot more uh, orbs and anomalies, energies, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I would say that is the main criteria for being able to capture orbs in your cameras, to have an open mind and an open
Mm-hmm.
heart, and
Right.
to um, to just not have any expectations, really,
Yeah.
and just let it happen.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And just keep
And keep doing
taking pictures. Be
Yeah, you have
patient.
to have a lot of patience. Yeah, a lot of persistence, definitely.
Yeah. With our
You can't
digital
just
photo.
take
Go
Oh,
ahead.
you can't just take 5 photos and go, forget it.
Right.
I mean, there's some nights where I've taken, I think the other night I took 500 photos. So, sometimes it's a little too much, but I mean, if you could take at least 20 photos, then you can at least get an idea if they're going to show up for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, because we have digital cameras, it's easy to do that. We can take, as many as we want.
Right.
Yeah. And it's the digital cameras are what is able to see through see into the infrared spectrum. So with the digital age, that's why we're able to see these energies, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, uh, we found out that it's not as easy to catch orbs with your cell phone, right? I mean, we can get them
Right.
with your cell phone. You can get them when they're moving, or you can get a manifestation or something like that. But with orbs, it seems more difficult with a cell phone. Is that right?
Yeah, I found that the cell phones, the shutter speed is a little bit too slow, and the flash is not as strong as on a camera. So you can actually get really good video of orbs with the cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more difficult to get orbs with a cell phone. If you are going to use your phone to get orbs, you'll usually get a streak of an
Yeah.
orb. So
Yeah.
because they move, I mean, they've been clocked by scientists. If you check out the Orb Project book, they've been clocked up to 600 miles per hour.
Wow.
They move really fast. So cell phone cameras aren't the best for capturing orbs, unless you want to get them in motion, uh,
Right.
get kind of a streak of them.
Yeah. In video.
And video, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you can't capture orbs with a cell phone. You can.
Yeah.
It's just not as easy.
Right. Right. So, with I've gotten some good, or friends of mine have gotten some good paranormal manifestations with a cell phone. It
Hmm.
seems to be good for that for some reason. Like a spirit or something like that. So
Hmm.
I don't know what the difference there is. And a thought came to me when we were talking about what orbs might be, is my feeling is, and this is just my, what I feel now, is they might be also portals to other realms where we're looking, maybe through a window, and as it moves around, it's moving around in this realm, and also it could also be some type of a vehicle. I think we talked about that, some kind of a
Hmm.
vehicle, or what we might call a ship or something like that, carrying different people and energies and beings. Because we've
Right.
seen, yeah, because we've seen, not only do we see faces, I mean, I see faces a lot, but I know you do too.
Hmm.
But not only do we see faces, but we see people in there and whole scenes in
Right.
orbs,
Right.
right?
We
Yeah,
do. Hmm.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's so
Um,
much going on inside an orb that I don't think we'll understand in our lifetime.
yeah, yeah, totally,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah. So, do you want to share your photos, and we can talk
Sure.
about what you're bringing up? Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Can you see this?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And this is your website,
Oh,
orbdiscoveries.com, right? Yeah.
yes. Orbdiscoveries.com. Yep. So this is just one example of a face. When I took this photo, for some reason in my mind, I was thinking of Van Gogh and
Nice.
just happened
Nice.
to see, what I thought looked like his profile there. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sharing that. And then
I
these are
love that.
some different types of orbs, but
That one in the one above right there, the one in the
mhm,
middle of the first
this one.
first slide. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, didn't you get someone that looked like that recently?
Yes, I did. And that was probably taken 3 years ago. So yeah,
Right.
I just
Right.
recently captured one like that. And this one, I see a face right here.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's really
totally.
clear.
Totally. Yeah.
These I just
Yeah.
call three-dimensional orbs. These are orbs that I call propulsion explosion orbs. I don't, it's just a term that I use because I get these often.
Right.
Um, and then this orb is very special to me because I took it in our bedroom, and it shows that it's interdimensional because this is a ceiling fan blade right here.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And it shows that it's in front of and behind the ceiling fan blade. So if this was a physical object, like let's say a dust ball or something,
Yeah.
you would not see that. It would be either in front of or behind it. Uh,
Right.
but because it's behind it and in front of it, we can kind of guess the size of it. So this would be about 6 inches
Yeah, because it looks like that
wide.
blade is almost like casting a shadow on it, or
Yeah,
something.
right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
that's where it's behind the blade.
That's really cool. Yeah, because a lot of people feel, I guess what you would call skeptics, and it's fine to be
Hmm.
skeptical. Yeah, would say that, oh, it's just dust. It's just a bunch of dust, or it's pollen or something like that. Um, so, what would you say to that?
Well, I mean, this is proof right here that
Yeah,
it's not that. It's not a
that
physical
one.
object. So it
Yeah,
can't be because it's
yeah.
impossible for a physical object to be in front of and behind a physical object. So,
Right,
anyway,
right. Yeah,
that's why this is
yeah.
a very orb for me.
Awesome.
And then we have these, which we call starburst orbs
Oh,
that
I
we
just
get
love
quite
these.
often.
Yeah.
And I just shared some of these. This one to me looked like Jesus with his arms out. So I call that my Jesus orb.
Wow. I love that so much.
And there's many of
Those
those.
are, I love those. Yeah.
But yeah, those are some of my favorite orb types.
And
And
these
then
are all
these are just
cropped from your
examples.
photo, from
Yes,
other photo. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
these are all cropped in. And then I just shared different colors. You know, orbs can come in it.
I like the S.
The S, yeah. Where's the S? Yes.
Yeah.
I've gotten an S in many orbs for some reason.
Yeah.
Not too many T's. I don't get that. So here's some
Wow,
more
those
colors.
colors. Yeah, those are
Different
amazing. Look,
colors.
that looks like a face in that one really bright purple one.
This one?
To the left, or to
This
my
one?
left. There, that one
Oh
right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
I see
Yeah.
it. Yep. Yep.
Wow. That's gorgeous. Look at
Yep.
that.
Okay. And then these I just call exploding orbs. I'm not sure why that one's in there, but these are just different.
Wow, that looks like if you go up one more panel to the left, that looks like a ship
This one?
to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, it
this one and
looks
this one
like
are,
hardware. It looks like, a physical, like hardware.
yeah, some of the orbs do look almost like metal, like they're made out of
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah.
These are
Wow.
just a few
Wow.
of those. Some with holes, some with stripes in
Wait,
them.
slow down, slow down, slow down. Wait. That, go back up a little bit. Okay. That one on the right,
This
that
one?
green one up
Oh,
above
this
it.
one? There's a face.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, with the nose and the eyes and it even has a hairline or
Uh-huh.
what. Wow.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that right away when I took that
Yeah.
photo.
Okay. Cool.
And then these I just call my three-dimensional orbs, and they could be in the exploding category too, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
is the one with the face here.
Right. Right.
But they look like they have 3 dimensions.
Yeah, and there's that guy. Now that looks extraterrestrial to me, and I know we both get a
This
lot of
one?
extraterrestrial orbs. Yeah, extraterrestrial beings within the orbs, or what looks like the typical, almost gray-like type looking being, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we get a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. And
But
there's a face there too.
have you ever felt anything negative while you've been taking photos? Because people ask that sometimes.
Yeah, they've asked me that too, and I never have. Um, Never been scared. The only feeling I get sometimes is that someone's standing behind me.
I get,
But I don't know.
I get
I think
that too.
we've talked about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that means. That could just mean that there's a presence,
Could
hanging
just
out
mean
with
someone
us.
standing behind us.
Yeah, it could mean there's a presence behind us.
Right.
So these I call
Wow.
defined interior patterns. So they have, a specific interior pattern. And this orb right here, I've actually captured this orb with that exact same pattern twice
That is amazing.
within a few months.
I know I've seen these before, but I'm so amazed at seeing them like this again. That is
Yeah,
it. I mean, it's wow. That's some kind of insignia or something.
I know. I know. I've looked that pattern up before on the internet. I've tried to find it, and
You
it's
can't find it?
hard to find. Yeah, I'd have to do a lot of research on it. And then this right here, this is a Sony orb. The Sony
Okay.
orbs all look like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And have,
The Sony
different
camera.
colors. My Sony camera. They're different colors. But yeah, see how it looks different than the others. And this is from a different camera too.
Yeah, I love that gold orb right there. That's gorgeous.
That gold, yeah. And
Yeah.
there's another S. Right
Another
here.
S. Woo!
Yep.
That's
There
weird.
it is. And this I call my Santa Claus orbs. For some reason, it looks
Oh
like
yeah,
Santa Claus.
it does. Yeah, totally.
Beard right here, nose, and the
Mm-hmm.
eyes. And then these are just orbs in motion.
Whoa.
Some of
Wow.
these overlap a little bit. That's a starburst orb, but
Wow. Yeah.
We capture these types of things. We call them teardrop orb.
Wow.
We capture
Right.
these a lot.
Mm. The colors are just amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
Tracy and I talk a lot about if just imagine what the colors would be like if we could actually, if our eyes or the well, I'm sure the camera perceives all the colors, but we just, if we could perceive, if our eyes could perceive all the different colors
Right.
that the camera's picking up, it's hard to imagine that there are colors different than what we already are
Or
able to
I
perceive.
know. Yeah, it is hard to imagine because, believing is seeing. So,
Right, right, yeah. Orb
okay.
Swarms. Yeah, I love
And these are
this.
just orb swarms, that I call orb swarms.
There's me.
There's you at a SETI.
Isetti,
SETI
yeah.
Ranch.
There's you, yeah.
These are at a SETI Ranch, this one too.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about Isetti if you want.
Sure. Yeah, I have a
Okay.
page on here
Oh, good. Okay.
dedicated to a SETI.
For anyone who doesn't know, Isetti is a ranch in Trout Lake, Washington, at the base of the mountain, Mount Adams, and James Gilliland. Wow. James Gilliland runs the ranch, and he does sky watching, and there are extraterrestrial ships that go in and out of the mountain. There's some kind of a base there, and all kinds of cool stuff happens there. Sasquatch, ascended beings, ascended masters gather there a lot. Syrian, the lion beings protect the area. When you go there, it's just an experience that you won't forget.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
energy is off the charts
There you go. Perfect.
there. And you will definitely see lights in the sky and lights on the mountain. Every time we've gone, we've seen that
Yeah.
and more.
Right.
So this is just my page of energies, and this is just a photo that I took in the rain. I explain here about
Wow. Wow.
rainstorms, and there's my Jesus orb,
Yes. And that
and
blue
then
one. Whoa.
yeah, and these are what we call veils, and just lots of these are orbs in motion here,
These are amazing.
and starburst orbs, and this is one of my very first energy photos here, so it was very special, and I
Right.
had
Yeah.
no idea what I was getting when that showed up on my camera. I just kind of went, "What the heck is going on?"
What?
So yeah, and I mean it intrigued me so much I couldn't stop. So I just had to keep
Yeah.
taking photos. And then these bright energies here, Sharon and I get these quite often,
Mm-hmm.
which are really special.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
this
love
one, I
that veil.
remember this was taken on your birthday. So
Yay!
that's your birthday veil.
Yes.
And just more veils here.
That look like an angel up there. If you go up a little bit, that one right
This
there.
one, yeah, that's my
Yes.
angel orb. I call it my angel orb.
Yeah, it looks like an angel. And
Yep.
so does the one on the right, the purple.
This one,
Yeah, those are awesome.
yeah.
So we call these
This
light beans.
light beings. This I think of as a feather. It just looks like a feather to
It
me.
does.
And this was during the day, or I think it was dusk. It was just starting to get dark, and I just pointed my camera up into the sky and got this bright white,
Wow.
and it looks like a portal to me.
It does. Yeah.
And I didn't know what to make of it when I first took it, and I took that probably 3 years ago. So that's one of my
Yeah.
it's a special photo there.
Yeah. Go up again, Tracy.
Mhm.
The one next to it.
This one,
That is, what the heck? That's
yeah,
nuts. That is really strange. Okay.
yeah. And some more. There's another bright light being.
Mm-hmm.
And this one here, Merlina Markin, who wrote a book about her work. She calls it the MFT method. She pulls beings out of photos, out of orbs, and she took this photo and she was able to pull a being out of it, and he's kind of, it looks like he's wearing a crown. I don't have it on my website, but her work is incredible.
Yeah.
And her
Well,
book is incredible.
we'll do another chat, and we'll put some of that stuff on there, because
Yeah,
she's
that'd
done
be great.
2 or 3 of yours, and I know she's done one of mine too.
Yes, yes, she
Yeah.
has. And these are, I just thought those were, they look
Yeah.
like little faces with helmets.
Yeah, totally.
So I pulled
Totally.
them out. I mean, you know, we could go through thousands and thousands of photos here, but just, oh, plasma clouds. So we were talking about plasma clouds.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my plasma cloud page. And as
Wow.
you can see,
Yeah.
there's different types, different colors.
I always see, I love plasma clouds so much because I see something in it all the time.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and I notice that as I pan out, I see the bigger picture, a bigger bean or whatever, and then as I go in, closer and closer, I see more beans that make up the
Mhm.
bigger bean,
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
kind of like us.
Yeah. Kind of like us. Yeah, exactly. And then this is my page about vortices, vortexes, however you want to
Wow.
say it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
getting those in my yard and thinking that I had water on the lens, and I kept wiping my lens and they kept showing up. And so I just decided to dedicate a page to vortexes, and
Mm-hmm.
there's quite a few here, and I have a lot more than
Can
this.
you go back up? Go back
Mhm.
up. That one on the far right,
This one?
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, they're all nuts, but that is nuts.
Yeah. That's one of my
Wow.
favorites.
Yeah, look at there's. It looks to me like there's someone in the middle. If you go up in that tornado,
Hmm.
I see a face up there.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Doesn't that look like a face
Yeah, it does. Hmm.
in the
Yep,
middle
right
of
here.
that tornado? Yeah, totally. That's very cool.
And then let's see. Okay, and then I just made a page called Anomalies,
And there they are.
and there they are. And these were the photos I took at the ghost retreat. And these were with my cell phone. So this is when I got that feeling of unconditional love after
Mm-hmm.
eating that cookie. Maybe it was the cookie that was doing it, but but yeah, these were very special. And at first I thought somebody put their hand in front of my phone, and I looked around and there was nobody around. So I,
I remember I was sitting next
yeah.
to you, right?
Yes. Hmm.
And you're like looking around. You're like, what? You're like, what is that? What is that? You're looking around.
Yeah. I was very shocked.
Perplexed.
I was perplexed. And then this is the two balls of light that we saw
Bouncing
bouncing
up
up
the
the stairs.
steps.
And this is
Yeah.
the picture after. And this one I didn't show. This is the picture after. So I was able
Yeah.
to capture 2 shots of that. And that was the picture after.
I love that.
And then these are what I call anomalies. There's a theory. Some people call these fairies. Some people call them uh, interdimensional beings. Some call them fae. There's, different terms for them. But there's a theory that what they are is an orb with quantum step displacements,
Hmm.
because it's spinning so fast that it's showing up in many different spots as it's spinning, and the camera is capturing
Wow.
different displacements. So I don't know what it is,
Wow.
but that one's very special. And if you see the full photo here, it's above the house here.
Wow.
So that's
Yeah.
the house right there. So you can see how large it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then these are just orbs in motion. I believe in them catching, all the steps. And this one that's the full
Yeah.
photo there. And I actually
Yeah.
asked for this. I asked for an interdimensional being, and that showed up. And just different different types of things. This is on my dog's back,
Ruby.
Ruby,
Yeah.
which is very different.
Oh, I love that
Different
one.
beings.
Yeah. That one on the right.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah.
you get a lot of these too. And this one, I didn't notice this anomaly here until probably 6 months later. I was looking through my photos and I saw that and I captured it in 2 different shots.
Wow.
So it's not something on the camera. At first I would think, oh, there's something in front of the lens, but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't
Mm-hmm.
something in front of the lens. So I don't know what that is, but I've never captured anything like that
Some
before.
kind of light. Wow, look at that. Yeah.
Just
Wow.
different ones here. And then let's see. Oh, and then are we good on time?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So these are energies I captured in the snow. We got a really big snowstorm last year, and I decided to go out and take some snow pictures.
Whoa.
And the energy was crazy. And
They were excited for the snow.
yeah, and I got these tunnels and colors and lots of veils, and it was just really nuts.
Wow. Yeah. I love those tunnels. I
Yeah.
was so excited when I got my first tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember?
Yeah, I do. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you can see the progression here of this photo. And I call this my seahorse, but
Totally.
it's some kind of energy that's manifesting here. And that's
Mm-hmm.
my seahorse there.
Can you click on the seahorse?
Hmm.
I mean, that is crazy. I mean, it's if you put that next to a seahorse, a picture of a seahorse, it
Hmm.
has, the eye is in the right place, the snout or whatever you want to call it, the nose is just perfect, the spine's on the back, and the way
Yep.
that the legs and the body is, how they curve around. Not that you
Hmm.
can see the legs on this seahorse, but the way the body curves around, and it's
Yeah.
it's a freaking seahorse.
Pretty crazy. Yeah. And then these 2 photos I think are pretty special where it's just I mean this bright
Yeah,
being.
yeah, that's awesome.
I just love that.
Yeah,
And then this
totally.
is just a tiny little orange orb in the middle of the snowstorm right
And
there.
there it is.
And
Yeah.
so I had to enlarge it there.
Nice.
And then, okay, this is the SETI
Mm-hmm.
Ranch in
Mm-hmm.
Trout Lake, Washington. And this, they call it a light being. This is actually on their website, this photo here. And
Nice.
so is this one here.
Yeah, the energy ship. What did he call it? A light ship.
I
Can
call it,
you
yeah, craft.
craft? Can you click on that?
Uh-huh. Yeah, this one's on their website also.
Yeah. Do you have a zoom cropped one?
I don't.
Okay. That is just so amazing.
Yeah, that was taken with the Sony. And I just love this one. I mean, perfect
Yeah.
placement there. You know,
Totally.
that orb was listening.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And then this is one of my favorites too. This
Mm-hmm.
orb in motion.
The
This is
Marine
on their
Hill.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally.
And as you can see, it's behind this branch here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of gives you an idea of the size of it.
And yeah,
Because
and how it's
it's not
traveling.
close to the camera. Yeah.
Right.
And then this one here was inside the conference hall, and I was able to
Wow.
capture some orbs there.
Yeah. I love that one to the left. If you go up with Tim
Oh, that you took
and
that
you.
yeah, you took that photo.
Did I?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that to me, that just looks like a huge being standing there with its legs and wings. Like it looks like it has a wing down around. Tim,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you're next to.
I'm
Can
right
barely see
here.
you, right?
Yeah.
And you're there with the leg, and the other wing is to the or my left to the left,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the head. I can see the head at the top, and it's just got its legs and his wings spread. And I mean, we were giddy. So
Yeah, we
it,
were.
yeah,
That was a fun night.
that was a lot of fun.
Yep. And then these were taken in July, just this past July.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the ladies. Yeah. That was fun. That's really cool.
This one looks like two horses to me. See the head
Oh,
here,
yeah,
and the
totally.
head here. Looks
Yeah,
like two horses running.
totally. Yeah, that one, I notice a lot of times plasma clouds, they'll use an orb for the eyes. They'll manifest
Oh,
just perfectly where there's an eye there.
which one?
um, well, that one right there, that one you just clicked on, it
This
looks to
one?
me like, yeah. See how there's a little orb right there where the darkness and almost like, to me that looks like some kind of an animal or something, the face, and this
Oh,
might be
yeah.
a long
Mm-hmm.
shot, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
So that's a SETI, and then
Wow.
just one real quick video.
Sure.
These are plasma clouds that I captured with my cell phone in our front yard, and they were moving around me.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so that was a fun night.
That is really
Just to
cool.
kind of see them forming.
Right. Because they surround us.
They do.
Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
there we go. Okay,
Wow. Thanks for sharing all that.
sure. That was fun.
Yeah, totally. Um, well, we're going to be doing lots of videos like this together and show and share a lot of stuff. We have so much to share,
We
right? I
do.
mean, you can't cover everything in 1 hour. But I
Right.
also want to say that Tracy and I have put together some oracle cards. We call them the Orb Sisters Spirit Photography.
Mm-hmm.
With some of our photos, we have thousands, like Tracy said, thousands and thousands. So I thought I'd pull a card for today for this gathering, and this is meant
Mm-hmm.
for everyone. Okay, and hopefully it resonates with everyone. Okay. Okay. There is no death, only change of form.
Nice. Can you read it? Because the light's
Yeah.
shining on it.
This is your reminder that we are eternal beings and therefore can never die. Your loved ones are across the veil, are not gone, but have simply changed form.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Isn't that perfect?
That's perfect.
That's perfect with what we were talking about
Yes.
and how they're, whew, I got goosebumps. And how they're letting us know, they're still around us, right? And they're still communicating somehow. So,
Absolutely. Yep.
okay. Yeah, that was awesome. Well, thanks, Tracy.
Okay. Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, good. It was fun. It's always fun. And I get to see you tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
driving up to Seattle. You're in the Seattle area for those who don't know.
Yep.
And let's share go ahead and share your website, our Facebook page.
Okay.
And yeah.
Orbdiscoveries.com. And then Facebook, we have Orb Discoveries is my page. And then we also have the Orb Sisters. And then Sharon Sananda Kumara, Facebook.
That's,
And,
yeah.
and your website.
And my website. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have a couple other Facebook pages. too, don't
I
you?
do. Yeah. And I'll put that down there.
Okay.
Yeah. But, okay. Well, thanks everyone for being here. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, thank
And
you.
we'll sign off for now. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.